2024 was not a big year for me, and it was entirely my fault. I made that happen. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sleepy. If you're new here, you're warmly welcome. I make videos on self-care, self-discovery, and mindset and growth and all of that good stuff. So if this is something that you really want to get into, join us and let's start this journey together. I have stopped saying things like 2024 or a certain year was a hard year for me or a big failure for me. Yes, there are times where some happenings are things that we cannot control, maybe results of something really worked hard on, but then probably somebody got it because they deserved it better or for any other reason. But there are also certain times where I like to think about the fact that we are not putting in the work to make our year the best year for ourselves. But then I learned a lot of things in 2024 and I'd love to share that with you. The last few months of 2024 was big for me because that was when I started realizing a lot of things and I wanted to change them, and I actually started taking actionable steps towards that. And that is when I started my self-discovery journey, putting things together, making journals. I'll be referring to this old notebook that I showed in the previous video regarding the things that I learned. I wrote them down, and it's very important that I keep those important tips somewhere so I can look onto them. So I don't know how 2024 was for any of you, but I want to tell you that it's okay. I have failed for so many years. After high school, I had these big dreams. I thought things will fall in place. I'll do other things. I'll get into any other thing that I wanted to do, but it didn't work out that way because so many things happened along the way. And this is not a time to blame myself for that. And if you're in the same space, this is not a time to blame yourself for that. This is the time to learn from it, try to move on and grow. So I'm going to share a few things that I learned in 2024. Let's get into the video. The first thing I learned about myself was that I was always judging myself. This is something that I have been doing for a very long time. Anything I do, anything I say, I'll judge myself so hard that when people are judging me as well, I just go along with them. I fall into their hands and make myself feel so low about myself. Actually, I have been taking the personality test for a very long time, and I am an INFJ. The J there is for judging, but that judging can be used for a great purpose, a better purpose for yourself, for your self-growth and self-care and self-love. But was I doing that? No. I was judging myself so hard for everything, every word I said to somebody, and was thinking that they were judging me so hard in the same way. And I realized that this is something that I needed to change in order to feel more happy about myself. Not everything brings you down completely. Things bring you down for you to learn how to pick yourself up. The second thing I learned was not putting myself first. I was not doing that. I was a heavy people pleaser. I wouldn't say I've completely changed that person. I still am a recovering people pleaser, and it has not been a small journey. And I have been learning to try and do more things for myself the way I do for other people, or even more. Because when you put yourself aside for other people, they're going to get comfortable and think that you are not important, and you're going to see it in their actions towards you and how you receive from those people. Next thing I learned was inconsistency. The number of times that I have said that I've tried something and was not consistent is actually insane. Actually, I've been trying YouTube for about 4 years now. I've done so many niches, and one day I'll put all my Canva old Canva designs that I have for those thumbnails that I was making to show as proof. I started with vlogs, I started doing cooking videos. I was just doing literally anything that comes to mind. But then I wasn't having a certain direction. I didn't have a direction for myself, and I didn't know the things that I really wanted to put out there or really wanted to talk about, and that led to inconsistency. Realizing that changed everything for me, and I planned for the last 4 months of 2024 that 2025 I'm going to change that. And the journey has been so great so far because I have like plans ahead, things that I've already put ahead of time in view of this. The next thing I learned was that I was letting people's opinions direct my narrative. I was listening to what people were saying, oh, you're this, you're that. I've heard things like you're strange, you're too quiet, you're slow, and I was using that as my own narrative. So sometimes people will say things about me like, why are you acting this way? It's a little, I'll be like, yeah, strange. I get that a lot. I was literally letting people's own narratives direct my life, and then I would dwell on these narratives and then let it sink into myself, and that led to less self-love. And I was literally judging myself the whole time and being unhappy. This time I am taking my own wheel and trying to not let people's opinions direct my life, because I know myself and I know the things that I need to grow from, and that is exactly what I'm going to do this year. Fear of being seen. I always had the fear of being seen, to the extent that I started a YouTube channel before and I was hiding my face. I was finding ways and means to find YouTubers who were hiding their faces and use that as an excuse that I could do that and still grow, without even knowing the true purpose behind their own story or behind the reason why they chose that path. I just didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be judged by my co-workers or anybody, but literally I just wanted to talk and share my experiences. And that is why this year I'm trying to change that, because hiding would not solve anything. I keep having this hunch each and every year to do this, and this is the year where I take up my sword and literally slice or cut. And the last thing is actually a good news. The good news is I realized all these things and I'm going to change that. Literally each and every year is a milestone for me. Actually, you hear things like, oh, 2025 or the next year is just a normal year, a normal day, another day, because 31st is like the previous day, and 1st January 2025 it's just another day, so just move on with your life. But to me, it's like a milestone, and each and every time this particular milestone reminds me of the things that I'm not doing for myself that I really want to do. So anytime I have this milestone, I get reminded, have you done the things you really wanted to do? Why are you not doing them? And there's this passion or this feeling that keeps drawing me towards these things all over again. That is why I keep doing them even after so many times of failing. The number of times I can tell you I have failed at these things is not a joke, but it has prepared me for this time. I can simply edit my YouTube videos. I can simply edit my thumbnail because I've had experience of this fail and try and fail. And so up until this time that I'm actually ready, I can really get into these things easily and put my videos out there. And so this is your sign to move forward this year. I know you failed a lot of times, but this is not a reason for you to stop. I hope this is a good opportunity to let you know that you're not the only one that is failing. Your favorite YouTuber is failing. Your favorite celebrity is probably failing. Have they stopped what they're doing? No, they keep trying and thriving. And so this is your sign to thrive again. This is a new year 2025, and it's another chance for you. See this as a milestone to grow one more time. You can do it if I am trying to do it again. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that this helps you in whatever way. Please leave a comment if you like this video. Anything you took from it, any additionals, I'd love to hear your suggestions and the things you learned about yourself in the previous year. Please subscribe and like the video, and probably share to somebody who would love to hear this.